Okay, so let's get started. My name is Jackie, and I'm going to be doing a barre class with you today. So let me get that music going again since it stopped. All right, hands to hips or waist. Start to lift those knees. Here we go. Lift up and up. Point the toes, belly in. Arms come to that goal post position. Press up and up and up and up. Relax those shoulders for 8, 7. We're going to add a little twist here, opening up through our obliques. Here we go. We add a twist and twist and twist and twist. 8 more here. We're going to come into lunges and do a final lunge into our plank position. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring your hands to your hips or to your waist. Step forward with your right foot. Bend your left knee. Little pulses down here. Pulse and pulse and pulse. Let me just move over to this position so you can see what this lunge looks like here. Just like that, it's just a warm-up. So we don't want to go too low for our warm-up. All right, you want to make sure that it's just a warm-up. If you'd like, today you can lift your right heel off the ground. Pulse, pulse for 8. 8 more, and then we're going to switch the other side. Try to step up gracefully as you do that. For 4, 3, 2, step your feet together, left foot steps forward, and pulse, pulse. All right, from here, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next. Don't do it yet. You're just pulsing. You're just going to frame your foot with both hands and step back into your lunge position from this lunge. Left heel comes off the ground if you'd like for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Frame your foot, step your left foot back to meet your right plank position. Now in this plank, shoulders right over wrists. If you need more support, bend your knees, pull your heels to your seat. You're in a plank position here with straight arms. Inhale and exhale. Today, option right knee in toward your chest, pull in. In. Now if you're on your knees, pull your heels in, in, in. Just like that. We're gonna switch legs and then do a few more. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs, left knee in. Now if you need to, you can always come to a wall to do this. In, in. Try and use your lower abs right here. Warm them up and use them to pull your knee in instead of pulling in with the strength of your leg. 8 more here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg steps back. Hold here. Take those hips up for a quick reset. Little stretch. And then you're going to come down onto your forearms. Forearm plank here. Legs are straight. Hold here. 30 seconds and you're done with this plank. Pull your belly into your spine. Tuck your hips under. Nothing to add on today. Use your own resistance in your body to get perfect form. Relax those shoulders for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and take your child's pose. Palms face the ceiling, thumbs pull down toward the mat. Inhale, exhale. We're doing 30 pulses for our push-ups today. Hands come wider than your shoulders, come onto your knees, pull your heels to your seat, pull your belly in, squeeze your glutes, come to your halfway point, and pulse, 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 pulse. Just pulses, and then a child's pose again. You can do these on your knees or at the wall. Last 10 counts, 10, 9, 8. Come a little lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that child's pose again. Palms face the ceiling, thumbs pull down toward the mat. Let's do some reverse push-ups. I'm going to come into a diagonal position here so you can see my form. Hands come behind your seat, fingers turn slightly outward to the side. Then lift your seat up, shift your weight back so your shoulders are right over your wrist and your ribs brush your upper arms, and bend your elbows down and up, down and up. 4 more like this. Then we're going to hold in your lowest position and do 30 pulses. Here we go, pulse, pulse, tiny pulses, lowest position. You need more support. Drop your seat down just like this. If that's too much, cross your legs, lift your arms up, and do little pulses in an overhead tricep extension. I have lots of videos that cue this tricep extension, so make sure you know how to do that properly before you just dive into it. Try and relax those shoulders. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Cross your legs, arms lift up, wrists roll out. Now come to standing. Pick up those heavy weights if you have them. That could be 5 pounds or no weights. You choose. Bicep curls. Here we go. Curl up and down. Up and down. If it feels like I'm moving fast, don't worry. After we get started, for all the people that know what to do, I go back and explain it a little slower if you're new to bar. So today, our feet should be hip distance apart and parallel. Okay, you're continuing with those bicep curls. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Now I know you're at home, you might not be able to see this. Double check that you're not pitching forward or leaning backward. Your shoulders are right over your hips. And see my chest is poofed out a little bit. I'm gonna pull my belly in, almost like I'm creating a plank position while I'm just standing right here. Good, keep curling, keep curling. Relax those shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Breathe here. For 8, we're gonna hold halfway up and do little pulses. Then we're gonna switch our bicep position to work into our entire bicep. Hold it halfway up, just pulse up. Up, we're only doing 20 of these. I want you to lift up with your bicep right here. So instead of lifting up with your forearm like this, I want you to just squeeze your bicep. That's why my arm is barely moving for 10, 9, 8, 7, I'm just squeezing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms face each other. Bring them directly in front of your thigh so the head of the weight almost touches your thigh. Pull your shoulder blades back, curl up and down. Hammer curls, up and down, up and down. Inhale, exhale. Nice. So today we're going to do a couple lunges in class today, okay? I labeled the video bar class with lunges, just so people who maybe really don't like lunges would kind of skip over this video. We're not going to do that many of them, but we are going to do a set worked into the warm-up today as well. All right, almost done here. Feel that fingertip, brush your shoulder. Just get really close here as you squeeze your bicep for 5. It's 4, and 3, and 2. Holding it on 1, little squeezes in and in. Everyone wants their biceps look nice, right? That's what we're doing right now. Squeeze your bicep. Don't just move your arm, okay? So don't think of this just pumping your fist. Think of this actually squeezing your bicep. Last 8 counts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. You're going to step forward with your left foot, back with your right, and come into a little lunge here. Nothing too crazy. Bring your arms into goal post position. Chest presses in, and add that lunge. Down and up. Little down, little up. Now normally we do these just standing right here. Okay, today's theme is lunges, so we're just adding a lunge here. If it feels like too much, okay, come back to standing and just do your chest presses. If you feel like your focus is no longer on your shoulders because you're doing these in the lunge position, come back to that parallel distance position. This is just an add-on. Now hold it in. Press up here for 8, 7. We'll switch sides. Those arms will get a little bit of a break in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try and step back gracefully. Release those arms. Step your other foot forward, your right foot. If you did it on the wrong side, that's totally fine. Bring those arms out in front. You're going to take your right arm on top and switch. A little rotator cuff here. We're only doing a few of these. Relax those shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can add the pulse as you switch. 2. Now hold it here. V position with those arms. Little pulses up, pulse down, and down, just like that. Okay? Again, you're in a lunge, not a deep lunge. So I don't want anyone coming down here and doing something like this. We're not that low yet. This is our warm-up. So today we didn't do these little pulses here. That's because we were going to do them here when we did our shoulders. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Step that foot back. Shake out those arms. Let's finish with a little more shoulder work, okay? We're going to bring those arms right in front of us. Palms face each other. Inhale, exhale. Little circles in. Circle, circle. Every time you circle in, I want you to feel your chest engage right here. So feel your chest circling in, and then switch directions of those circles. We're going to travel to a T position. So start to travel. So your circles take you an inch out to the side. And we're going to end in a nice wide T position here. And circle. Take your time, no rush. No one's rushing to get anywhere. You're just feeling this in your arms. Little pulses up here, up. All right, we're doing about 50 pulses. We're going to change our hand position every 10. So now your palms are gonna face the wall behind you for 10. All right? After 6 more, they're gonna face me. They're gonna face in front of you. Switch hands, so switch hand positions, palms face me, pulse up and up. Shoulders are relaxed. 5 more, our palms are gonna face the ceiling. Here we go, palms up and up. Just getting into your entire shoulder, getting into that bicep. Shoulders are relaxed. Last one, palms face the ground, last 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7. We're gonna work on your back next. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's finish with some back work. Hinge forward like you're hugging a big beach ball. Bring those arms out in front of you. Arms pull up, it's up for 2, and down for 2. Just 4 more. Up for 2, big squeeze, and down for 2. So if I was seeing you in class, I'd want you to squeeze right between your shoulder blades right here at the top of that movement. Now you're gonna hold it up on your next one. Give me 30 squeezes back. Here we go, just squeeze and squeeze. So I'm not moving my arms. They are along for the ride that my back muscles are giving them right now by squeezing right here. 2 to 3 pound weights make sense for this part. Some of you can do 5, some of you might want to do 0. I have 1 pound arm weights. Last 10 counts. 9, 8, 7, 6. We're doing triceps next in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hinge forward. Bring your weights onto your back or your hands if you're not using weights. Pull your shoulder blades back. Extend your arms behind you. Little circles in. Circle. Circle. All right, remember what we did in that T position? We're going to do it here for our triceps, and then you're done with your arms. Switch direction of your circles. Doesn't matter which direction you were doing first, just switch that direction. Now in class, I see a lot of people down here. I need you to be up here. Let's get into the tricep, not just the back of your shoulder. I want your tricep right here. Everyone wants that to look super defined. Now pulse up, palms face each other. We're doing 50 pulses, different hand positions. Now palms face the ceiling, up and up, up and up. You got it. Palms are facing the ceiling, okay? Let those weights feel heavy. Don't let your wrists break. You don't want your wrist to look like this or like this. So keep those wrists nice and strong. Now bring those palms to face the ground. You're almost done. Palms are facing the ground. Shoulder blades are pulled back. Soft bend in your knees. Inhale, exhale. Palms face each other. Last 10 counts. Best 10 here. 10, 9, 8. See, I'm barely moving. That's my muscle lifting for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Bring your right arm across your chest. Feet are hip distance apart. Drop those weights. Take a stretch there. And if you've been taking Barre from me for a while, you probably know this stretch series. So feel free to just close your eyes. You don't even have to look at the camera. Right arm up, tricep stretch, gentle tug, soft bend of your knees, hinge to the left, look under your bicep. Again, think of growing taller even though you're falling to the side. Inhale, exhale. And then come back to center, left arm across your chest, pull and roll. Drop your shoulder down, inhale, exhale. Left arm up, tricep stretch. Enjoy these stretches. These should feel like you're lengthening your muscles. Toward the ceiling and release. Feet wider than your hips. Interlace your fingertips behind your back. Lift your thumbs up. Now go as high as you can here and then bend your knees, hinge forward. Come into a forward fold. Hang here. Fingertips are going to press closer toward your head and then release your hands to the ground. Sway side to side. Let everything feel super heavy here as you enjoy this stretch. Let everything relax, your cheeks, your lips, your eyebrows. It feels good. You can grab onto your elbows and pull. You want to create that oppositional stretch there. Whatever feels good. We're going to hang here a little longer. And now let's roll up. One vertebrae at a time. And you guessed it, we're doing lunges for one of our sets. So you're going to step your right foot forward, face your support, okay? Elbows distance from your support, elbows distance. Step your left foot back, bend your right knee. Shoulders are right over hips. And start little pulses here, pulse down, down. Little pulses. Light grip on your support, okay? Now if you feel like you're too close, I want you to step back a little bit. Okay, I was a little too far. Now what I don't want is this knee going here or being here. Right over your heel, right over your heel. Your back hip, right over your knee. Now some of you might want to take a longer lunge here. Okay, it's working into different parts of your glutes and your thighs, so choose whatever feels good for you today. Down, hold. Down, hold. Shoulder blades are pulled back, down, hold. down, hold, down, hold. Now, if you'd like, you can lift that right heel off the ground. Make sure you shift that weight a little more forward so that your knee stays right over your heel. 5 more slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, faster, pulse, and pulse. Simple set, pulse and pulse. Okay, light grip on whatever support you're using. You shouldn't have a death grip, okay? If it's something you can hold on to, don't resist the urge to actually hold on to it. Some of you can take a karate chop, all right, on your bar so your pinkies are touching, or fingertips underneath your support. Palms can face the ceiling or the ground. 10, 9, we're gonna switch sides in 4, 3, 2, step back. Left foot forward, right foot back, pulse, 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 pulse. All right, double check that form. Now that you're in the position, double check your form. Hip over knee, left knee over heel. Shoulders pull back. So I have a tendency to hunch forward a little bit. I pull my shoulder blades back. I feel more work in my thigh. Belly's pulled in. Shoulders right over hips. Slow this down, down, hold. Down, hold option, left foot releve, down, hold. Okay, so a lot of times what happens in lunges is people hurt their knees because they go too low. By keeping your left knee over your left heel and your right hip over your right knee, you'll be in a safer position. If you're somebody, lunges don't bother you, they've never bothered you, step that foot back a little more. You can come in and take a deeper lunge there, okay? So choose what feels good, pick up the pace, last 30. Pulse and pulse, pulse and pulse. Longest stretch of class comes after these 3 sets of thigh, and you're 20 away from being done with your first set. Shoulders are pulled back. Inhale, exhale, and I got good news. This is the end of the lunges for all of class. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, step back. Wide second, you can face me, pulse down with a hold. Down, hold. Okay, if that went a little fast for you, let me explain a little slower. You can get elbows distance from the bar, walk your feet wider than your hips, bend your knees. Double check that your knees are right over your heels. If they're not, walk your feet wider or bring them in closer. Shoulder blades are pulled back, light grip on the bar. Pulse, pulse. Outside hand, hip or waist. Down for 2, down for 2, and up for 2. So I can see myself in the camera as I get to my lowest point, my knees over my arch instead of over my heel. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna walk my feet a little wider. Down for 2, up for 2, down for 2. So people say they hurt themselves during a bar class. It's always a form issue, okay? If your feet are too close, your feet are too far. You want that knee right over your heel at your deepest moment. Last 3. 2 more. Next one, we're gonna hold on the down. Just hold here, 20 seconds, just hold and breathe. If you'd like, you can bring your outside hand to your waist as you hold here. Shoulder blades are pulled back, belly's pulled in. Resist the urge to grip your glutes. Inhale, exhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. For 10, hold back onto your support. We're gonna pick up with quicker pulses in 5, 4, 3, 2, pulse down, down. Releve option, pulse down, down. Now when I did that, I had to walk my feet closer, otherwise my knee wouldn't be over my heel. So knee over heel, shoulder blades back. What's your grip like on this bar? Is it a death grip? Karate chop, fingertips underneath, or just make sure you have a light grip on whatever support you're using. Shoulder blades pulled back, last 30. Inhale, exhale. All right, this is approaching your first 10 done. Can you drop an inch? 9, 8. We got 10 more. I'm gonna ask you to drop 1 more inch. Final drop, 10, 9, 8. Are you shaking with me for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Last set. Zipped up like you have 1 leg. Come high into the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, shoulder blades pull back, pulse down with a hold. Down, hold. Down, hold. You can see I'm shaking. That's my body changing. All right, see how my thighs are coming apart here? We want those knees touching. Zip them up. Down, hold. It's called single leg thigh, like you have 1 leg. It might be called mermaid thigh because you have like the leg of a mermaid here. Down, hold. You're gonna add to squeeze your knees. So down, squeeze your knees. Down, little inner thigh work here. Plus it'll distract you from the shaking of your legs. You got other things to think about than how much this hurts. Shoulders are right over hips. All right, let me come into profile so you can just see what this looks like here. We're not doing this. I know this still feels like your thighs are working, but you're putting work into your butt and back instead of your thighs, so shift back. Same with this. You want your glutes to do some of the work. Shoulders right over hips. Faster. Down squeeze, down squeeze, down squeeze. All right, double check those heels. Sometimes in class I'll come around, I'll stick my foot under your heel to jack it up a little bit. Do that to yourself now. Get that heel super high, down squeeze, down squeeze. What's that grip like on the bar? Shoulders over hips, belly in. See that difference? Here's belly out, here's belly in. Out, in. I'm just pulling my core in and holding it. Just pulse down here, pulse. Pulse, center of the room arm, out in front, above, out to the side, or keep it where it started. Down. Light grip on that support. Shoulders pulled back. Last 10 counts. You're done with thigh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Face your support. Grab onto your left foot. Bend your right knee. Tuck your hips under. Shoulders over hips. You can take this with both hands or as a balance. Woo! Great work. Switch sides. Hold on to your other foot. Soften your standing leg. Tuck your hips under. Shoulders are right over your hips. Shoulders right over your hips. Inhale, exhale. Let's take that well-deserved stretch there. All right, so I'm gonna pull my mat back just so I can stretch on the carpet. I'm gonna bring my right foot forward, left foot back. I'm gonna come into a little bit of a profile position. Take your stretch here. Right knee over right heel. Left knee at a long angle behind you. Look at that angle. Inhale, exhale. You're taking an additional quad stretch. You can reach behind you for your left foot with your right hand and square your shoulders, or you can come into a low lunge. Okay? Every day is different, every side is different, so do what feels good for you today. Technically, this stretch where you're holding onto your foot is for someone who's a little more flexible, but sometimes I find that just this lunge feels as stretching as that. And then shift back, hips over your knee. Pull back on your right hip, press forward with your left. Now look at your right knee, is it straight? Is there a little bend in your knee? Flatten it out, okay? Like you're pressing the back of your knee to the floor. Chest is proud, not round. So puff out that chest. If your hands don't reach the ground, bring them to your thigh. It's a half split, flat back stretch. If you already slid wider into your split, awesome. If not, you can slide wider into your split now. Inhale, exhale. And let's do that all on the other side. Pull your leg in and switch. Right foot forward. Left foot forward, right knee back. Stretch this out. Press your right hip toward the ground. Double check left knee over left heel. And then take your quad stretch. You can reach behind you for that foot or come into that low lunge. Inhale, exhale. Left shoulder touches your left knee if you're going forward here. And then shift back, half split, flat back stretch. This time pull back on your left hip, press forward with your right. Shoulders are square. Chest is proud and puffed out. Leg is stick straight and then slide wider. Whatever you want, your version of a split, couple inches, couple of feet. Inhale, exhale. And then pull that leg back in. Left hand meets right, swing this leg around. Let's uncurl those toes, downward dog stretch. Walk your hands closer to your feet just so you can take a nice stretch here. Downward dog stretch. Inhale, exhale. Pedal out your dog. You want those hamstrings to feel nice and relaxed. And walk your hands to your feet to your hands. All right, halfway done through class, face your support. Bring your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Okay, soft bend in both knees. Place your left toes on the floor behind you. Flex your left foot as you pull your heel to your seat. We're doing left side first because you can see me in the screen easier with my left foot. Now pull your heel into your seat. Press back with a hold. Back hold. Back hold. Back hold. All right, this is called standing seat work. Okay, we're going to work on your hamstring, and then we're going to switch the work to the corner of your seat. Okay. So we're doing 2 sets, today for our glutes. Now you might wonder why we're working on our hamstring, which is right here. When your hamstring is strong, it lifts your seat up. So that's what gets your seat to be higher. Relax those shoulders, back with a hold, back hold, back hold. Now you're gonna add a kick in of your heel, 2 moves. So back, heel kicks in, back, heel kicks in, back, in. Now shoulders are right over your hips, so no pitching forward, no leaning back. If you can move your knee like this, you're using your leg, not your glute. So I want you to tuck under more and just squeeze the glute, squeeze the heel in, squeeze the glute, squeeze the heel in. All movement is driven by your muscle, okay? And it's the muscle we're working on, our glutes and hamstrings. We don't want to drive that back with our back. Here's what it looks like with your back. See how I'm using my back to kick back? I want to use my glute. 3 more. 3, 2, just kick your heel in. In, soft bend in your right knee, heels in, and in. Okay, if your heel is dropped to here, you're doing this. I want you to pull it up a little bit higher. Okay, perfect world, your heel's above your knee. Shoulders over your hips. I know you might not be able to see yourself in your home gym, so just look behind you. How high is that heel? Can you see it? If you can't see it, it's probably down here. Last 10 counts. We're gonna stay on our right leg, working into our left. For 4, 3, 2, bring your right forearm to your bar. Hop back. Lift your left knee up to hip height. Left fingertips press into your support. Your left elbow is bent deeply, at least in half. Pull your left heel to your seat, point your toe. Lift your leg up with a hold. Uphold, your leg is bent. Uphold. Not quite full frame here, I'm just gonna come a little closer. Uphold. Uphold. Like a string is pulling your knee up to the ceiling. Now, you're in the right position. Are you sinking into your support? I want you to pull out of it. Do you feel your right oblique engage in a side plank? Press into your left fingertips. Can you feel your left obliques engage? Pulse up, press back, up, back, pointed toe, up, back, like you're pointing your toe. I'm going to change my position so you can see what it looks like, and back, up, and back, up, and back. Should feel very heavy in the side of your seat. Up and back. Soft bend in that right leg. Flex that foot. Pull your heel into finish. Last hamstring set. Heels pulling in, and in. All right, has your knee dropped a little bit, right? You've gotten tired. Can you get that knee back up there for me? Here we go. Last 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Should feel really tight here, tight here. Let's do a stretch for both sides. First is a figure 4 stretch like this, or if you have something you can bring your shin up to, like a countertop, bring your shin up to it, half pigeon, or you're taking a figure 4 here. If you prefer to come to your mat, come to your mat. You'll just have to hustle a little bit more. Feel that nice stretch. We started with our left foot on top. We're gonna switch. This side should feel less tight if you're more advanced, more tight if you're newer. That leg was holding you up the entire set. It's normal for that leg to feel more stress. As you get stronger at bar, your working side will feel it more than your standing leg. And then we're just gonna take a hamstring stretch. Just walk back, touch the ground as much as you can or as little as you can, and bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, stretch down your left hamstring. And then bend the other leg, another hamstring stretch. Left side should feel tighter. If it doesn't, that's fine. It means you're working your other leg a little bit more. Come to standing. Let's set up on the other side. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Your elbows distance away from your support. Right toes come on the floor behind you. Bend your left knee. Flex your right foot. Pull your heel to your seat. Tuck your hips under. Press back with a hold. Back hold. Okay. Couple other things you can think about. If you can see your knee, you're in the right position. If you can't see your knee when you look down, your leg's too far back. Tuck under. pull your heel to your seat. Okay, do that shoulder check. Can you see your heel in your peripheral vision when you glance over your right shoulder? If you can't, your heel's probably down here. Try and get it up. Now, if you have a ball or a strap or something, you can actually place this behind your leg. I'll show you how that would look. For some people, this helps them keep their heel a little higher, back with a hold. Shoulders are over hips. Now, see how my belly's pooching out here? I'm gonna pull my belly in. That tiny difference. All of a sudden, my entire core is engaged. Press back, heel kicks in. Back, in, back, in. Tiny movements. I'm going to take that strap out. That's just an option for people. You feel like you got a better workout with the strap. Good for you. Use the strap. Back, heel kicks in here. So my natural position, my back kind of arches right here. I'm always working to pull it in during bar class. And then I'm always hunching forward with my shoulders, trying to keep them right over my hips. Back, heel kicks in. Soft bend in that standing knee. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2. Last one, just kick your heel in, 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 in. Hips are tucked, in, shoulders relaxed. Okay, your hamstring's gonna get a break. I know it's burning. We're gonna bring that left forearm onto the bar, right arm at a nice angle with a bent elbow to work into the corner of our seat. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Left forearm to the bar, hop back, lift your right hip up, take your right arm out at a wide angle. I'm just gonna face this direction, you can see what it looks like. Lift your knee up to hip height, pulse up with a hold. Up, hold. Okay, same thing on the other side. Your left forearm is on the bar, and you wanna be in a side plank. So see how I'm sinking into my shoulder here? I want you to pull out of your shoulder, trying to open your heart toward the ceiling to create a little weight for your left oblique. Then with this hand in front, you're crunching your outside oblique. So you're getting a double workout. Your right oblique is being crunched while your left oblique is in this nice side plank position. The more you press into this hand, the more you're gonna crunch that oblique, bringing some work to your oblique, taking a little work out of that thigh and kind of doubling the muscles that you're working in this workout. Now, as you take this, you want that leg to be as high as possible, okay? Without leaning backward and opening up your hip like this. So try and keep yourself facing me or be square to whatever you're facing instead of letting things open up. So those shoulders are actually almost stacked as you pull out of your side. Now you're gonna add the press back. Your toes should be pointed. So up, press back, up and back. Now, as you press back, it should be a tiny press back and back. And back. I'm still showing you with my left leg because that's the leg I can use while I face you still, but you should be on your other side, okay? So don't get confused. If you're like, she's still on her left leg, let's get a double left leg workout today. That toe should be pointed. These movements are tiny. You can think of yourself as drawing a little L with your knee, right? Tiny L. See how my heel's dropping back there? It's gonna put a lot of weight onto my back. I just wanna pull my heel into my seat, try and keep that heel high. And you can lean into that bar to help you. Just push out of it. Get that workout on your left oblique. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Flex that foot, heel kicks in. In. I'll come into profile again so you can see what I'm doing. I'm kicking my heel in. In, 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 and in. In, in. Now look at that knee. Can you get 1 inch higher? There we go. Sometimes class will come by and kind of lift your knee up a little bit just to give you that little extra bit of height. In, in, in. Now try and pull out of that side. Get those obliques involved. Last 30 counts, all of seat work. We'll do those same stretches again. Then we're hitting the mat to finish with our ab set. Try and relax those shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Heel kicks in, in, in. Last 10 counts, it's 10, 9, 8, tiny, your tiniest, squeezes in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Same stretches, right shin on your support, or right ankle over left knee, sit back. You don't have to pull away from your support here. You could just lean into it and sink your seat back, just like that. See what side feels like you got more of a workout. Switch sides. That side, you were on your left leg more. Feels more in your left leg, your standing leg got a lot of work. Barre is a full body workout. Regardless of what anyone tells you, it's always full body, even if there's a little focus during class. And take that hamstring stretch, roll down, reach for what you can reach, straighten your right leg all the way, bend your left knee. And then switch sides. Taking that nice stretch. Okay, we're gonna come down to our mats now to do some ab work. If you need a pillow or something for support, feel free to get a pillow or something that you might need. Okay, you will use your strap later. So I just wanna make sure everybody has a strap for later. And let's have a seat on our mats. All right, I'm gonna come into a slight diagonal position just so you can see me a little more clearly, okay? We're gonna start with some flat back curl work. Thumbs come on top of your thighs, fingers wrap behind, elbows pop out to the side. Now puff out your chest and then pull your belly in. Do that one more time. Puff, belly in. Now hold the puff, okay? Hinge back at your hips, okay? If you need support, it should go behind your low back. Puff out your chest. Bring your right fingertips to your left shoulder, left fingertips to right shoulder. Flatten that back, go back, and up. Do not curl. Flat back. 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, just as proud, 2. Hold here. Now bring those arms in front. That's your break. The break are your arms counterbalancing your abs. Now could you puff out your chest a little more? Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Fingertips back toward your shoulders. Go back, 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 back. Okay, I'm going to show you here in profile. I just want you to see how flat you can get your back here. Flat back, not this. Flat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms in front again. Hold here. That's your break. We'll do one more set. Press your chest forward. Fingertips to shoulders. Back, back, back. Now, bring your arms close or lift them up if you need more support. Last 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Cross your legs. Sit up. Take a little twist here. Switch sides. Again, inhale, exhale. And then let's set up for now a round back set. You're going to come onto your forearms, okay? You're going to put your right leg in tabletop, right knees over right hip. So not here, but not here. Line that up. Pull your belly into your spine. Tuck your hips under. Using your lower right obliques, pull your right knee in with a hold. In, hold. Now out of breath, exhale as you squeeze in. Just like that. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Point your toes to the ceiling. Pull in, 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 in. This is right here, your lowest right abs. Squeeze them. Breathe out as you squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Left leg in tabletop. Pull in with a hold. Hear my voice shake as my abs shake. Upper body is on your forearms. You're basically holding a curl with your upper body. You're just holding one. If you can curl another inch and hold that curl, okay? So this upper body is not resting. You shouldn't look like a turtle. You should look like your upper body is in this curl position. Hold here, toes point to the ceiling, pull in, in. So sometimes we add a curl here like this. That's not today. Today you're holding that curl. Your upper abs should be on fire. Press into your elbows. You can make your hands into fists if this helps. Gives you a little leverage. Curl out of those abs. Use your lower left abs to pull in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Arch that back. Take a stretch here. Just arch that back. Take a little stretch. Inhale, exhale. Awesome work. Now you're gonna lie all the way down, okay? Bring your right leg to tabletop, point your toes to the ceiling. Take your left fingertips behind your head, elbows wide out to the side. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, okay? Your right hand comes off the ground. It's at shoulder height. Right hand's at shoulder height. Left fingertips behind your head, elbow stays wide. Now, instead of looking at me, I want you to send your gaze up toward your right toes, okay? And now you're gonna hinge forward, bring your right fingertips to touch the mat, and you're gonna curl with a hold, slide your right hand, curl, hold. Curl, hold. So you're sliding your right hand, pressing into it to create some pressure. Curl with a hold, press that hand. Curl, hold, press that hand. Curl, hold, press. Curl, hold, press. 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here on 1. Left fingertips toward your right ankle. Curl up, up. Take that right fingertips, bring them to shoulder height. Just curl up toward your right ankle. 20, switch sides. Curl, 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 curl. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release, switch sides. Left leg in tabletop. Right fingertips come behind your head, elbows wide out to the side. Left toes point to the ceiling. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders. Send your gaze toward your toes, not toward the camera. Lift your left fingertips so they're at shoulder height. That's the starting position. Now lift up 1 inch higher with your abs. Gaze at your toes or the ceiling. And then bring those left fingertips to the mat. Curl, hold, press. Curl, hold, press. Okay, so the press with your left hand activates more of your left oblique, okay? Your right elbow is wide out to the side. If you can see your elbow, it's pulled in. I want you to feel like there's a heavy magnet holding it to the ground. And your gaze should be toward the ceiling. I don't want you curling forward at your chin or your neck. I want that head to feel heavy in your right fingertips. Press into that hand to activate more of your obliques, get more of a workout. It's more efficient. Now, bring your left fingertips up to shoulder height, right fingertips toward your left ankle, and curl. Curl, 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 curl. Sometimes in class, I'll come around and put my fan like right above your fingertips, so you have to go a little higher. I want you to imagine doing that yourself right now. Pick a target, think of a bullseye in your head, and just put it 1 inch higher from where your hand's currently reaching. And reach and touch that bullseye for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees into chest, rock side to side. Let's take a little spinal twist, okay? So you're gonna let your left leg go long, right leg comes across your body into a twist position. Shoulders face the ceiling evenly. If this is too much, bend your bottom leg. If you need more, arms come to a T shape. Let's switch sides. So your right knee goes down, right leg goes long, left knee comes over it. If you need more support, bend your right leg more. If you want more of a stretch, arms in that T shape. Spinal twist stretch. All right, and then roll onto your back. Let's point those toes up to the ceiling. Do some lower ab work here. We're gonna lift and lower our toes. We lift, lower, lift. Now, if you're looking at me saying she's barely lifting, that's right, I'm barely lifting. It's so small. Lift and lower. 4 more here. 4, 3. Try and control the lower. So it's actually a controlled up, a controlled down. Bend your knees in half. Right toes go out for 2. Switch left, in for 2. Now, if it's too much for your low back to straighten your leg, you can take your mat, fold it, and place it underneath your butt. I don't want your hands here. Those offer too much support. Take your mat, roll it up, and basically you're sticking it right under your butt to give you a little more support to help you tilt your hips up, okay? Now, if this is still too much, reduce how far you go out. Don't straighten your leg all the way. Lots of modifications for all different types of people. Go a little faster. Out, 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 and out. Out, and out. Last 10 counts. 10, 9. So no break in this set. We're just going to go right into our toes, pointing back to the ceiling in 3, 2, 1. Toes point to the ceiling. Curl up, release. Curl up,
release. Now you can press your hands down if that feels like you can get more into your abs, but we're not doing any big movements here. They're so small. If you're doing this, you are using momentum. You can actually feel yourself rocking back and forth. It's better to hold here, and then maybe get straight legs. Work into those quads one more time. Stretch out those hamstrings for 4, release. It's 3, release. 2, release. Last one, knees into chest, rock side to side. Ooh. Sacrum circle to the right. Sacrum circle to the left. Or whatever direction you want. Giving those hips a little bit of a stretch. Knees into chest. Happy baby stretch. Reach for the insoles of your feet. Take a nice stretch here. Rock side to side. Press the bottom of your feet in toward the ceiling as you pull down. Inhale, exhale. And then plant your feet in a wide second position. Toes are turned slightly out. Lift your seat off the ground so one fist fits underneath you. That's it, one fist. And then bring that fist out to the side. Flip those palms to face the ceiling. Tuck with a hold. Tuck, hold. Okay, you're in your back dancing set. This is where we finish class. You are almost done, so stick with this. Really easy to kind of zone out for the end of class. I want you to stay with me till the very end. Let's stretch together. Let's do this one last working set to work on those glutes. Try and relax those shoulders. You're tucking with a hold, tuck, hold. Just doing a time check, tuck, hold. Tuck, hold. Just like this, tuck with a hold. All right, I'm gonna come into a little bit of a profile position here, tuck, hold. Notice I'm not coming onto my shoulders. I'm trying to squeeze my glutes. And if I focus on using my glutes, not my back, not my shoulders, I can't get too high off the ground. Palms face the ceiling, belly's pulled in. Tuck, hold. Now you're gonna add a press back of your knees. So it's tuck, knees press back. Tuck, back. If you can press your knees back a lot, walk your feet wider so you maintain that kind of turned out position. Extra efficient workout. Tuck and back. Tuck, back. Tuck and back. Squeeze, back. Squeeze, press back for 4, 3, 2. Just press back, back, back. We're working into that outer glute one more time. We are going to change legs positions in 20. So you're going to get a little bit of a break for those outer glutes. We're going to zip our legs up just like we did in our thigh set. So it's almost like a repeat of our thigh set to finish back dancing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Check that tuck. Squeeze those glutes. 3, 2. Drop your seat. Walk your feet together. Come onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels off. Lift your seat off the ground. Tuck and tuck. Tuck and tuck. Squeezing those glutes. Palms face the ceiling. This is called back dancing. This is how we end class. About 2 minutes of extra work to finally finish your workout for today. Now add a squeeze of your knees and slow it down. Tuck, squeeze, hold. Tuck, squeeze, hold. Now in class, I'll come around, I take my hands and I place them on your knees like this and give you a little extra squeeze. I'm not there to do that. Can you try and squeeze those knees a little closer? Almost like someone is pressing your knees closer together, okay? And you're squeezing your glute to lift your hips. So it's not a lifting of your hips, it's a squeezing of your glute and your hips kind of tuck up a little bit. That's the movement I want you to go for instead of just lifting your hips up and down. We stretch next. Relax those shoulders. You've got this. Hold the squeeze, just tuck and tuck. Check that distance off the ground. You're on the balls of your feet. Little calf workout. It's tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. Last 10 counts. You're done with class. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bring your right knee into your chest. Let your left toes go long. Take that wonderful stretch there for your glutes. You could pull your right knee to your right shoulder. Just try and relax. Inhale and exhale. Switch sides. Left knee in. Right leg long. And then if you have that strap, bring it over the balls of your feet and press both feet up to the ceiling. If you don't have a strap, you can use a t-shirt. I'm going to come into a little bit of a profile position here. Okay, release your left toes, point them on the way down, flex them when they get there. So your left leg is long, your right heel is pressed to the ceiling, And then bring your right toes across the midline of your body, just a couple of inches toward your left shoulder for an IT band stretch. Try and get your legs stick straight. So instead of a bent knee like this, which we're not really stretching that much, straight leg, only an inch. And then let it come out to the side toward your shoulder. Try and keep both hips facing the ceiling. So you don't want that right hip to open up to the right side. And then back to center. Switch the foot that's in the strap. Point your toe on the way down. Flex it when it gets there. Now both feet are flexed. Press your left heel up to the ceiling. Try and make sure that strap's on the ball of your foot, not the arch. And then bring your foot across your body. If you need a deeper stretch, turn your toes out toward the side so you're in a turned out position. You'll get a deeper stretch for your IT band and pull those toes towards your right shoulder. And then out to the side. Again, long out to the side is better. Bent knee, not going to get you much, so it's better to be straight leg, only a little out to the side, than a bent knee wide. Hips face the ceiling, hips stay on the mat. Back to center. Flex both feet, heels up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. And then knees come into your chest, rock side to side. Rock and roll up 3 times. And cross your legs. You made it. Take a deep breath, inhale. Rest your hands on your knees. Exhale, breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale. Arms up. Mini back bend. Exhale, arms down, round that back. One more time, inhale, arms up. Gaze to the ceiling. Shoulders relax, and we're all done. Thank you so much for watching the class. My name is Jackie. Let me know if you have any questions. My email is beautyandbarre@gmail.com, and I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram under the tag Beauty and Barre. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope to see you soon.